All right, everyone, how are we doing today?
Good.
Fantastic. Can I just see some hands from the people that are sitting all the way in the back so I know that you can hear me? Fantastic. So we're just going to go over a few rules and regulations before we go on our merry way. The first thing being, there's going to be absolutely no eating or drinking on the train at any time. This does include water. This is for the health and safety of our animals. We want to make sure they remain as healthy as possible. So once again, please no eating or drinking. Secondly, you're going to keep your hands, feet, and other body parts inside the train car at all times. You have to remember that these animals are not in the petting zoo area for a reason. That means we cannot guarantee what they will do if you attempt to touch them. So once again, keep your hands, feet, and other body parts inside the train car at all times. And lastly, we're going to talk about loose articles such as hats, glasses, cell phones, purses, and the such. Of course, all of that stuff is allowed on the train here. But what I want you to do is please hold on tight to everything you bring on the train with you, because if anything falls off this train at any time, I am not authorized to stop the train. That means you're going to have to let me know at the very end of the tour. I'm going to have to get a zookeeper involved. There is no guarantee if, when, or in what condition you might get that item back in. So once again, please hold on tight to everything you bring on the train with you. Now let's begin our trip on Cape to Cairo.
ها؟ معليش شري لي واحد اخر جديد.
So the first thing I'd like to start with today is our motto here at Brevard Zoo, which is wildlife conservation through education and participation. A portion of your membership passes or your admissions tickets today will go to one of our many conservation efforts around the world, such as our giraffe conservation over in Africa, our jaguar conservation in Central and South America, and right here in Brevard Zoo, our scrub-jay beach mice, sea turtles, and our black bears. Now you'll probably hear them before you see them, but over on your left is our aviary section. We're going to talk a little bit more about them on our return trip. I do want to bring your attention, however, over to the right. You're going to notice a brown building. That building is very significant to us because it's our maintenance department, and they are the backbone of this operation here at Brevard Zoo. So if you see anyone in our maintenance department at any time, give them a big thank you for all of us here. Now over on this clearing to your left, you're going to notice our Polynesian Garden, which is ran by our fantastic volunteers here at Brevard Zoo. So if you see anyone with a pink or coral colored shirt, give them a big thank you for all of us here. Also over on your left are 3 white eggs at the base of those trees there. On a return trip, we're going to be playing a little guessing game as to what we think those are. So hold on to those guesses real tight, and I'll ask you about it on a return trip. Now, as a friendly reminder, we're about to enter our train yard, so please, once again, keep your hands, feet, and other body parts inside the train car at all times. Now, as we enter the train yard, the first thing I want to point out to you over there is on our left, you will notice 2 of our dromedary camels. The one in the front is named Frankie, and the one in the back is named Sammy. You can tell the difference between the two because Sammy has a very droopy lip. Now Frankie and Sammy once again are dromedary camels. Dromedary camels just meaning that they are camels with 1 hump. But the one that a lot of people are used to are called back-trained camels. Those ones have 2 humps. A lot of people thought they store food or water in those humps of theirs, but in actuality it's about 80 pounds of fat, which they use to go over 10 days without food or water. Another animal you can look out for is our bongos. They are reddish brown with a white stripe down their back, but they are highly elusive even besides their size. They're so elusive, in fact, that it took until the 1960s for scientists to be able to study them. So, if you see a bongo, point them out to a neighbor, and if I see one, I will point them out to you. Now, over on the left of this clearing,
You like it?
You'll see one
No,
of our
you don't
mini
like kayak?
kayak tours taking place right
Yes,
now. Everyone
ma'am.
waves to the lovely kayakers down there. If you wish to partake in one of these fantastic kayak tours, it's only $9.95 per person. And if
Oh,
you're
look
5
at
years of age
zebra,
or
look.
older, you can go kayaking.
Zebra, this way.
Now coming up over on your right, you're going to notice one of our
Ooh,
4
big
zebras here.
zebra,
This zebra
ooh.
right here is our only male here at Babar Zoo. His name is Bakari.
زوينة
The other 3, of course, being
وحدك.
female. When you see all the zebras together, you might actually notice that none of their patterns match. That's because
يا شنو هذا شنو سميتو؟ هذا وصل حداهم غادي يدوز حداهم يدوز حداهم قلنا ما عرفتش شنو سميتهم دوك اللي عندهم القرن كبار بحال الطور هما طوالين ما عرفتش شنو سميتهم هنا كاين دير يا وقاطعين الطريق وحبس قاطعين الطريق الكريساج هذا ادور هكا دير باغي ينزل زين يا اسمع ما بقى تما هي وحده شوف بغات تقطعو ما عرفتش واش دير خافي لا تقطعو يزيد هو ما خافتش تطيح في الماء غادي تطيح في الماء اوبسي وقت وسط الطريق.
Apologies for that small delay. We did want to make sure that that brand new baby did make it on the other side. Okay. So the one you just saw run by is one of our baby impalas. The other one, actually, you'll see is somewhere around here that also has an orange tag on their ear. So what we just looked at was one of our impalas out of all the many. All of the ones over here are females except for one all the way on the left. You'll notice that he has horns. That is our male
Look
impala.
at the zebra, look.
Fun fact is that baby that you just saw on the wrong side of the fence, after only 30 minutes of being born, they were able to fully run and sprint.
الاخرين اللي كنشوف حدانا قصار هذا كبير هادو اللي ما عرفناش هو دايز حداهم غادي يقول دابا شنو سميتهم هادو
Now over here on the left, you're going to notice 3 of our Watusi cattle. These Watusi cattle are brothers, and they're all pretty young. And I know they look pretty big, but they've got a lot more to grow because the base of their horns can get over 12 inches in diameter, and the length could be well over 3 feet long. They're also nicknamed King's cattle because the more you own, the richer you seem. There's all a status symbol. So those horns of theirs, they actually use to regulate their body temperature. What they do is they send blood from their body into those horns of theirs. They warm it up or cool it down as need be, and then they send it right back into the body. And that's what allows them to live in those climates such as Africa, and it's pretty useful for a place like Florida. At a bare minimum, they can live in climates as low as 20 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 12 degrees below freezing, and as high as 120 degrees. Now over there, back there on the right, you might have noticed a beautiful bird standing there in the middle. Her name was Nayuti Bird, and she was a marabou stork. If you want to see the male counterpart to her, it's located over in the Giraffe Yard, if you want a chance to see him.
قال واحد المعلومة على دوك اللي دزنا عليهم بحال الطور تلفت لي سميتهم بالانجليزية القرون ديالهم كيعطيوهم الحرارة الجسمية الا كان الصهد كيعطيوهم البرودة الا كانوا سخان اما الا كانوا سخان الا كانوا باردين كيعطيوهم الصهد.
You're going to notice the remains of a Nile crocodile. So we don't have Nile crocodiles here at the Bar Zoo because they are just too large for us to take care of at this moment, but we do have the cousin, which is the American crocodile. If you want a chance to see them, you just head on over to the Florida Loop. But Nile crocodiles can grow over 18 feet in length and were once known to be the most dangerous predator in all of Africa. But that title was stripped away and given to the one and only hippo, or hippopotamus. Hippos are highly territorial and are very protective of if they're young. So if you do see a hippo in real life, do your best to run away. But you might not get very far because hippos can run over 20 miles per hour.
Wow.
Here's one last look at our camels over there on the right. If you look closely, you might get a chance to see them blink, and you might notice that they actually have 2 sets of eyelids per eye. That is to help them stave off those pesky eye infections that they are very prone to. Now, as we enter our train cave, if you bring your attention to the left, you're going to notice some artwork done by elementary school students over at Heron Island. Over on the right at the base of those trees, there are those 3 white eggs that we talked about at the very beginning of this tour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count to 3. And on the count of 3, you're going to shout out your guesses as to what you think those are. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I heard some fantastic guesses. And if you said ostrich eggs, you would be wrong. Those are dinosaur eggs. Of course, I'm only joking. Those are ostrich eggs. You're all right. Of course, they are real ostrich eggs that were laid by our very own ostrich Wendy, who is located over in the Giraffe Yard. If you want a chance to see her, she is the gray one. And if you're wondering what the black ostrich is, his name is Littlefoot. So those eggs, of course, being real, they were actually unfertilized, meaning there was no baby inside of those eggs at any point. So we did take those eggs and place them around the zoo for your entertainment, but most importantly, education. Now over on your right is that aviary section we talked about at the very beginning of this tour. So free of charge, you can walk right through there and get an up-close and personal look at all of these beautiful birds. But if you wish, you can purchase seed sticks and nectar cups to feed all of those lovely birds. Now as we pass the aviary section, if you keep looking to your right, you're going to notice tall green poles, which is part of our solar farm, which is used to power our Komodo dragon habitat. Our Komodo dragon Sheldon's posed right over there on the right. If you guys want a chance to see him.
Dragon. Yeah.
Of course, he is only 6 feet in length, and he can get well over 10 feet in length. And he is actually the 2nd most venomous reptile in the entire world. And of course, he is a Komodo dragon, but I promise he does not breathe fire. Now, sadly, with all of that being said, this does bring us to the end of our tour. I hope you guys did enjoy your time here on Cape Sakira. Now, if you just please remain seated till we come to a full and complete stop. And when you hear the sound of the bell, you're free to go enjoy the rest of your day here at Brevard Zoo.
انتم دوزونا غير على اللي وريتكم في الفيديو دوك الحيوانات. دابا خاصنا نمشيو نشوفوا لهيه فين كاينه التشيتا، يمكن كاينه منه. يونس باغيين يشوفوا التشيتا، لا هو زين زين كيعجب له القرد كيعجب له القرد كيبقى ها عندهم حتى الخضره فيجيتاريان راب عندهم
فيجيتاريان خضر.
لا بغيتي نتايا حتى انا نمشيو ليه ناكل، ما غاديش يكون فيهم الجوع. نشوفوا هنا واش كاين في الماب. هو قال لك لينا، قال لك سيونس تشيتا ها هي هنايا. اجي نشوفوا هنا كاين مانكي ونمشيو حدا تكون تشيتا. That's good. Oh, look at the crocodile.
Where? Right there. Right there. Two. تشوف راهم
I didn't see them.
You see them?
Yeah.
انت ما شفتيهمش؟ هاهم
زين
راهم هي
شافهم.
هي زي ما شافهم هي عليه. من هيك.
لا صبعك ديرو من جهة للشباك ليه.
شوف هناك شوف. هذا بعد تحت. هي.
عصب يا سيدي. دفع شق شافهم شي. اوه كاين سنيك هنا. فينوم هاوس. دوك المسمومين ياك. فينوم. ها هادو الفراغز شتي الفراغز اللي مسمومين ثلاث صوير.
اللي فيه من
He's not fucking right now. He doesn't need to fuck.
نقلب وحده على السنيك.
He's on fucking streak.
خلاص بدات كتحيد من هي كايكيون سيالوان هاي شتيها نتاب
I see it.
هاي كذا other one is over there.
Is his little body
شتيها
popping out? Look.
الصفرة هاي كذا وحده هي صفرة هنا. ها
I'm worried about this about.
هاي شتيها other one. اوه كي دايرة.
Yeah, snake. Snake.
شحال طويلة.
Wait.
That is the bumblebee poison dart frog. Yeah.
We have a
هاي يونس look يا
Blue and yellow
اجي
one
تشوف
is the
اجي تشوف
dying.
look at this small frogs look.
it has blue on its
Hey.
sides and yellow.
هاي
I see it.
Yep.
مع زين اجي تشوف اجي.
There's that orange and black one.
Hey,
He's
huh.
the
شوف هذا قداش شوف
poison dart frog.
شحال طويلة فاش 2 متر.
شوفي طلع.
اه
Would I like puppy snake?
Okay, he's really going for it.
كيطلعوا شوف فين طالع شحال طويلة هنايا تحت.
Would I look his tail's all
Huh?
the way over there?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Look, he's on it.
طالع
He's up there.
Yeah.
سميتها امازون ولا الاخرى امازون دوفين سنيك مشات. شوف واحدة فين الفوق ولي اسمو ايه وخضرة هايك لهي جرين وان. ها هي الخضرة هايك. كرة طالعة غادية يقول لكم احنا ما يطلعوش مع الحيوطة. شتيها شوف هذاك يشوف اللي فوق شوف شو كاين هنا. ها هيك يونس هايك الفوق في الشجرة
شوف هاي الفراغ
صفرة. شافوا هاي وحدة أخرى هنايا فين فراغ صفرة صغيرة يا فراغ مسموم تاع هذا مسموم كاع هذا
في الجلدة ديالها. كل كثير من الاولين عارفين مسمومين كانوا عاديين ما كانوش مسمومين.
شوف هذيك الحنش هادي ها هيك كلهم هادو كلهم مسمومين. شوف فراغز يونس هاي هاي اللي كاين. شوف هايك نازله الاخرى اللي طلعت لي هاي نازله. شدي في المرصيه هنايا سيدي قداش.
اجي شوف سنيك
هذه كلها
اجي شوف هاو
هاك فوق مني.
هاو السنيك شوف هاو السنيك.
انت تقدر تعطيهم ليهم عادي يشدوهم.
سي سنيك هاو نيزي
شي نهار نلقاه عاطيه شي حنا الشاده
خاصهم يشدوهم باش ما يتخلعوش.
ممتي
شوف
ماما
There's a pink frog with them.
بينك نو ما كاينش بينك غير الكالر ديال وين از بينك نو فيها الاورنج
Orange?
يا فيها اورنج صافي القاء اللي عزيز عليه.
شكون هذا؟
شنو هذاك شكون؟
These are female howler monkeys.
Oh.
Brown. And then we have a black one. He's like in the tunnel right now. That's our male howler monkey.
That's good. زين زين. كي كدير مانكي كي كدير زين. باغي يدخل باغي يدخل باغي يدخل. هي داخله كتصايب شي حاجه هنا وراه يقدر يدخل. He said no.
Stormy went back. Okay, she's in. She's in, and Stormy went back. Now she's back.
باغيين يخرجوا ديال القهويين في جهه ويخليو غير الكحله في جهه. هذاك الشيء. تشيتا لابر. اوكي. وين لابر؟ هو منه جاكوار هذا. منه غادي يكون هنايا. خاصو يكون هنا. حتى هذه بلاصتو.
راه ناعس.
مكرشق. لتحت ماما لتحت. اجي منه يمكن منه يبان. اجي هنا تشوف. ناعس سابع نومه وكل هيه. ها هو ناعس. ماما طولت عليكم في الفيديوهات. ماما انا غادي نحطها غادي نقولها لكم في الفيديو في الاول باش غادي نقسم لكم فيديوهات باش ما نكثرش عليكم. كل نهار نحط لكم شويه باش ما تملوش. باش ما تملوش. لاينس تو تاتلو. كاين لاينس. يونس اجي. هاو What is this name? Jaguar. Yeah, did you see him? ها شوف منه الفوق.
I can see him. Or that's not a cheetah. I mean cheetah.
هو باغي تشيتا. قالك تشيتا. خامس. قال لك يا سيدي نطلعوا الفوق. هيا لي نطلع الفوق.
Hi, Daddy. No, look up here.
هاو منه.
There. Look.
Oh, I know. I can see them.
كاين حتى داك ديال الرجلين الفوق. طلع يا طلع. كاين هادي دايرين لهم هادي بالنسبه لي بغوا يلعبوا. طلعوا من هنا وشادين في هذا الحبل لكن يمكن ما خدامينش. اللي باغي يتمشى على هذا كما يدوزوا. زعما مصايبين لهم داكشي زوين. دابا حنا رحنا الفوق لتحت بوحده والفوق بوحده. غادي نرجعوا للدوره من جينا وننزلوا. شفناش كاين مانكي يونس. لا يلا دزت من تما بان لي والو.
That. You want to race with me down?
من نور ريسه غادي يطيح.
راه من هيه صغورين اوك واحد لهيه وجوج هما هنا في الشباك.
Let's go, Daddy.
تجيبي للخانز. تو جيت ساهر باقي ظهرك كيضرك. هتهز زين. كرفرطه قال لك كرفرطه. عييتي
العشاء.
بيك العشاء. بيك زردة.
بيك زردة.
جوج زردات. جوج طوابل. غير بشويه ولدي، غير بشويه. شد الاخر، شد الاخر. طاير. لا جوج طبلات. ماشي سميتهم بحال التركي. باقي الحال 1 و3 دقائق. حنا قربنا نساليو. تا وين نزل في الدروج يا خيتي يا خيتي يا خوتي. ما كاين والو من تما، غادي نرجع. كاين والو تما. يونس يونس ورد عليا باش نعرفك فين كاين صاحبي. كيخلعني بعد مرة ملي كنعيط عليه ما يردش عليا، كيخلعني. ها هو منا، هاو استنى ولدي استنى.
You found a cheetah?
نو نوت يت، مازال عاد تنشوف فين كاينه. كبير. واحد القريض راه كيتمرقح كيتزلق. نزل صغير. اجي ونساوي ما يبالكش.
You found him?
نو كاين د مانكي. شفتي من فوق؟ ها هو واحد السمول وان زغده.
Where?
ها هو كيلعب. شتيهم؟ هاهما زين، هما اللي كيعجبوك. ها كيديروا زين.
Mommy, Daddy!
المهم حنايا مشينا كلينا ودرنا شويه وعيت، ما قدرتش نهز التليفون التصوير وداكشي، عيات لي اليد وحبست. المهم غادي نحبس هنايا الفيديو ديال الزو. صافي انا غادي نحط لكم جوج فيديوهات حيت الفيديوهات طوالين بزاف ونقسمهم لكم. المهم دابا غادي نخرجوا، غادي نمشيو لاورلاندو، نمشيو لابنا بازار ديال اورلاندو، نتقدى منه المركز من تما. المهم بقاو معنا في الفيديو الثالث، غادي يكون الفيديو الثالث ديال اورلاندو.